Do you want to write AI blogs that actually rank on Google and generate leads? Watch how the quantum cognitive content model beats the free version of ChatGPT hands down every time. So, if you've ever tried using free AI ChatGPT, you know it can write, but does it write like a pro? Absolutely not. Does it write like a pro marketer? 100% no. But here's why. So, free ChatGPT is missing. It has no SEO strategy. It has no metadata, no image prompts, no consistent brand voice, no just real intelligence to ask you what message you are trying to say on your blog post. So, what I want to do is I want to do a side by side comparison with the quantum cognitive content model that we've created here at TravsX and put it up against the ChatGPT free version. We'll go through, I'll show you the differences and questions, and afterwards we'll put it through a plagiarism checker as well as a grammar checker to help you understand why the QCCM model is hands down by far way better than the free version of ChatGPT. So, with that being said, let's get started. All right, so I'm going to want to write a blog post. Let's do how about 5 benefits of AI marketing for small businesses? So over here, I'll say, let's create this blog post. And I will say the same thing over here. Let's create this blog post. All right, let's send this one and let's send this one and let's see what happens. Right away, on the free version of ChatGPT, it starts just creating a blog post. It's not asking you for any sort of information, any details. Now, if you come over here to the QCCM, this model has been engineered specifically for marketers and for businesses that want to improve their marketing, decrease their time spent on creating marketing materials. So, all right, so you can see over here it says, great, let's get started on that blog post. First, I need to ask you a few quick questions to make sure this blog is aligned with what you want. I need to stress, though, will the free version of ChatGPT technically save you time? It will. However, that's only in the short run. In the long run, it's not, because this is going to get flagged for plagiarism. Nothing's ranking. It's basically doing nothing other than making you feel like you're doing something. So, all right, let's get to it over here. What are the keywords we want to focus on? Main and secondary keywords. If unsure, I can suggest them. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to say, let's focus on small business and automation as the keywords. What tone of voice? Professional. Number 3. What post type? Let's do a listicle. I like lists, things like that. Now you notice I put a space in between each number. You don't have to, but it's just something I like doing. In my head, I kind of think that it breaks it up better for the AI model. However, though, these AI models have become so advanced that they completely understand. What point of view? Let's do third person. Who is the target audience? Small business owners. And let's say, no, let's just go with small business owners. I think that'll work out well for this one. Desired word count. You can do your own research on what word count you feel works best for you, or what the Google algorithm, Bing search algorithms think works best for them. For this one, we're just going to do 800 words. Let's keep it short. Call to action. Who or what should we mention or link to? If none, I can suggest one. So these are all things that you did not get with the ChatGPT free version. Let's link to www.travsx.com. Any internal links to include your site links, related blogs, services. This is where you can go through your blog post pages. Maybe you have some pillar pages on your website you want to link to kind of help. So a pillar page, basically, if you link to that, more things link to that, Google sees that as like an authoritative page, and it'll boost the organic search rankings for that page. I'm going to say suggest some. I'll say suggest some from the website TravsX.com. Any external links to include? No, I do not have any. The reason why it asks this is because providing external links to prove your point also is part of the Google algorithm, which makes Google believe that you've actually, that you've actually researched whatever it is you're writing about and you're trying to prove your point, which therefore makes Google think that your article is more legit, more believable, and people should actually read your article. Okay. Please suggest a CTA. Now, the free version of ChatGPT, you can see that it's obviously already done. Once you answer some of these questions, it says, "Awesome, thanks for the detailed answer. Super clear. Here's a quick recap of what we're working with. Main keywords, tone of voice, right? Now it gives you a proposed outline. So instead of just actually writing the article, you can go through, make some changes if there's something you don't like, because it's AI, right? AI has a different view on things than humans do. AI is a little bit less emotional, and not a little bit, I guess a lot less emotional. Maybe you want more emotion conveyed on certain topics, whatever it may be, but you go through the outline and you take a look. It provides you with the URL slug, meta descriptions, 150 characters max. Look, OG title, OG description, all text for 2 images, AI image prompts. We've actually worked with graphic designers to infuse, I guess the word is engineer, to engineer these ChatGPT models to provide AI image prompts that work best, on websites and other marketing materials. Suggested headlines and subheadings. Nope, headings and subheadings. Introduction, key article, H2s, H1s, H3s. Conclusion, CTA. Look, internal link suggested. An excerpt. If you post your blog and your blog goes out to, for instance, on a Wix website, when you post your blog, a notification can go out to all your subscribers. This includes the excerpt that will be put in for that notification to go out to your subscribers. Key article takeaway section. Look, suggested title, 50 to 60 characters, which is pretty much standard for all search engines. I like it. I think this is great. So let's please proceed. All right, so while it's writing the blog, it writes it instantaneously and pretty fast. Let's come over here and take a look. So the free version, yes, you get a conclusion, scalable growth, enhanced lead generation. It's not bad, but it's not targeted. It doesn't provide you with the metadata, all the other things that this one provides. But if you have nothing else, this is a great starting point. Would I recommend actually writing a blog post or having the free version of ChatGPT write your blog post? I would not. But what I will recommend is having the free version of ChatGPT work with you to create a proposed outline for your blog post. And then you actually write the blog post based on that outline. All right, so take a look. It's in the listicle format, right? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has key article takeaways in the beginning. This is really good for readers so that they know whether or not they want to continue reading or don't want to continue reading. Reduce marketing cost, related service. It's linking to certain things, different pages on the TravsX website. Learn more about sales funnel development. Scale faster, AI. Perfect. Conclusion. CTA. image placeholders. Now, what you can do now, because this has provided us earlier with an AI image prompt, we come back up here and we copy this. Now, this is really the hardest part about using AI right now, with its ability to generate images with words and things like that. We're trying to limit the amount of words that AI decides to put on the images, but we still want some words. So it is a little bit difficult and can be a little bit finicky, but let's take a look and see what we say. And see what we get. So I'm going to say generate these images. Let's paste these bad boys. All right. It's truly amazing what you can do with AI nowadays. You're creating images, you're generating SEO rankable blog posts. I mean, it can be anything. Our QCCM models range from everything from video scripts to blog posts to social media posts. All right, which one do I like? So you can see in the first one right off the bat, you can see the lettering is a little bit off. So I'm not a fan of this one. However, I do kind of like this one, even though that the lettering is a little bit off. So what I'm going to say though is too, I want this to be create large horizontal images. Just because I think I'm going to use one of these for the blog post title image, the header image. So I want it to be a little bit more horizontal. The other ones I could place into the blog somewhere, but not yet. There we go. There's one horizontal. You see the difference. Once again, you see the wording is off a little bit. Hard to do. But it is getting better. Now, what I can give you a tip with, yeah, I like this one. This is pretty good. We could actually use this. Now, a quick tip that I will say is you could say this: create the images again, but make them in cartoon style. Cartoon style, from what we've discovered, tends to be a little bit more accurate uh, of a picture than an actual image. See, I like that now. That's pretty going right there. Small business AI marketing analytics, happy person, happy face. Plus, you know what else it is about with a cartoon image? These are both pretty good. Cartoon images aren't, you don't notice misprints and things like that as much because it's a cartoon. You've been naturally conditioned your whole life to think that cartoons are imperfect but funny and made for kids, that type of thing. But all right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open up a plagiarism checker. And we will bring that over here real quick. Let's first do, well, we can first do plagiarism for this one. So let's go up here, take this, just copy the whole thing, and let's see what happens. Let's scan the text. Continue scan. Now, I will say that I have not used the free version of ChatGPT in a very long time. But last time that I did use it, the plagiarism numbers were basically through the roof. You're talking 30, 40, 50%. I know that OpenAI is continually evolving their software and their free version of ChatGPT as well as their paid versions and whatnot. So I'm interested to see how well it'll do. Usually with Google, I always refer back to the Google search algorithm because Google is still the main player. Um, but you want to shoot for right now less than 20% plagiarism within your document. Google doesn't care how your document is created, if it's created using AI or whatnot. There we go, 0% plagiarism. And that's what we like to see. So let's try now. Let's try this one. Let's see what we get. So the funny thing is I'm using Quillbot to check plagiarism. And Quillbot is also AI backed and stuff like that. So, um, let's do this again here. We need to refresh this. So, hopefully, they are getting this correct. Is this the right one? 5 benefits. Both are. Yes. But we're going to see. At any given time, a software like a Quillbot that is really backed by AI can sometimes, I guess, not work, go rogue. Um, I haven't seen it too much, really. I've noticed it more with plagiarism checkers than any other software that I've really used with AI. If you compare to a Grammarly to a Quillbot, it's pretty hard. But usually, when you get 0% plagiarism and then you go check it on a different plagiarism checker, that's pretty accurate. I've noticed the differences when you start seeing 7%, 8%, 19%, whatever it may be, and then you go over to a different plagiarism checker, and you know the uh, the difference can be a few percentage, stuff like that. It doesn't really vary too much. It won't go from 23% down to 2%. See, now you can see right here, 32.9% plagiarism for the free version of ChatGPT. So in theory, if you were to create this blog post in the free version of ChatGPT, copy it, post it on your blog um, on your website, you might be thinking you're doing a good thing and this is going to help. I want people to see this. However, this is a bad thing. Google is going to recognize that this has too much plagiarism. It is going to basically flag your website. It will not show up high in organic rankings. So if anybody's searching for benefits of AI marketing automation for small businesses or businesses, whatever it is, you're most likely not going to show up, right? I mean, you're. It's almost safe to say you will never rank for the keywords in this article, which I guess doesn't really have keywords. It has some, but not ones that we don't know about. So it's a complete bad thing. Now, could you go through the free version and have it ask all the and tell it to provide this keyword, that keyword, this, that, this, and this? You can. You're going to have to be an experienced marketer to know exactly what you want, exactly what you don't want. Because AI, you can tell it one thing, but you also have to tell it what not to do. So in the QCCM models, we have engineered them with what to do, what not to do, best practices. It is laid out specifically. But there you have it. There is the difference between our QCCM model and the free version of ChatGPT.